How much do you know about Polynesian dancing? Not a lot, I assume. Well, let me take you on the journey of Polynesian dancing. I went to Te Rahiti Nui to interview Auntie Michelle, the dance instructor, on what is Polynesian dancing and what different types there are. I also interviewed the dancers to get from their point of view what Polynesian dancing means to them and what it is.
Polynesian dancing encompasses many islands: Hawaii, Tahiti, Fiji, Tonga, Samoa, New Zealand, which is the Maori dance, they're indigenous people, Melanesian, Micronesian islands. Polynesian dancing is about the spirit of each culture of each island. It started off as oral storytelling. It ended up being expressed through dance movement, through hip movement, through music, through drums. It encompasses a lot of hand movements, gestures, grace, and sometimes aggressive and strong movements. It talks about war, it talks about everyday life, and of course the history of each culture itself.
Being in dance has taught me a lot more about the culture that I otherwise wouldn't know if I was just trying to look it up online, whatever.
Before I started dancing, I knew nothing about the culture, but now I'm just absolutely in love with every aspect of it.
In Hawaii, you have the hula, you have the kahiko, which is an ancient style of dancing. In Tahiti, you have the ori Tahiti, which is a fast movement to the drums. You have aparimas, which are hand gestures, ahuroa, which is a sometimes more elegant, fluid dance to music. In New Zealand, the Maori people have something called the haka, which is a chant, which is kind of it could be a greeting or it could be something to declare war. The female dancers dance with poi balls, which are, long strings with balls attached, and they do tricks and mimic the sound of rain or the movement of nature. In Samoa, there's quite a few. There's a fa'ataupati, which is a slap dance. There's the siva afi, which is the fire knife dance. They have the beautiful taulunga, which is, the princess dance. Tonga also has their version of the taulunga. Fiji's got their own drumming, warlike, very fast-paced movement. And Melanesian and Micronesians, there's so many different islands, it's hard to, bring it all into one. So
I started when I was about 10. I was dancing consistently for a good probably 4 or 5 years and took a break. And then with TRN, I started a couple years ago. I try to come at least once a week or more if I can.
I put in a lot of work. I practice 3 to 4 times a week, and I listen to my beats every day to make sure that I know them really well.
I've been dancing since I was 4. I tried many different types of dancing, ballet, jazz, tap, and honestly I fell in love with it the first time I saw my hula teacher dance with grace, and her look was most exotic to me, and I felt like I looked like her. My hair was long, I wasn't quite American, I wasn't quite Asian, I wasn't quite anything, so I really liked the look of it. I fell in love with the music, the culture, the movement, the drumming, everything. Everything drew me to it. So.
Dancing takes humility and a lot of hard work. You can't really get any progress without pushing yourself beyond your limits.
You can't just give up on something just because it's difficult. You need to keep pushing through, and you just need to learn to motivate yourself even if you get frustrated. So.
It's the most important thing in my life. I never thought I would do it as passionately as I do it now. In the beginning, my mom really pushed me to do it, but as I grew older, I loved it, and I found myself being almost obsessed with it. I studied, I researched, I went to dance with many really good groups. I had opportunities to dance all over the world, and I'm super appreciative for it, and it's for that I want to share what I've learned, my love and respect for other cultures. And when I see my dancers express it properly and, dance it with as much passion, I feel the same way. So.